Imagine a $12 billion megastructure that promises to reshape Canada's energy landscape, all while igniting fierce debates over its environmental impact, skyrocketing costs, and indigenous rights. The Site C Dam, an ambitious hydroelectric project in British Columbia, has become a lightning rod for controversy. With its staggering price tag, ecological consequences, and potential to redefine Canada's energy future, this colossal project is nothing short of a game-changer. But is it worth the cost? The stakes have never been higher, and the world is watching. In British Columbia, a significant engineering initiative is underway, igniting fervent discussions throughout Canada and beyond. The Site C Dam, with an estimated cost of $12 billion, is set to become one of the nation's largest and most ambitious hydroelectric projects. While it is expected to deliver renewable energy for future generations, the initiative has also become a focal point of controversy. Environmental organizations, indigenous groups, and various critics contend that the environmental and social repercussions may surpass the advantages it offers. As construction progresses and the deadline for its expected completion in 2025 approaches, the pivotal question persists. Does the Site C Dam represent progress for Canada, or is it a costly error? Number 1. Canada's $12 billion mega dam, a game-changer in renewable energy. Canada's $12 billion mega dam is poised to transform the nation's energy sector, establishing the country as a frontrunner in renewable energy generation. This groundbreaking hydroelectric initiative, the largest in Canada's history, seeks to utilize water resources to deliver clean and sustainable energy for future generations. The substantial financial commitment involved underscores the project's potential to significantly influence Canada's long-term energy framework. The primary objective of this initiative is to diminish the nation's dependence on fossil fuels, aligning with its ambitious climate change objectives. As global warming presents increasing challenges, Canada is committed to shifting towards more sustainable energy solutions, with hydroelectric power being a pivotal component of this strategy. The mega dam is anticipated to produce a vast quantity of electricity, sufficient to power millions of households nationwide, and is projected to meet approximately 10% of Canada's overall electricity requirements upon completion. A notable advantage of hydroelectric energy is its capacity to deliver a stable and reliable power supply. In contrast to wind and solar energy, which can be variable, the flow of water is dependable and manageable, ensuring a continuous electricity supply. This reliability positions hydroelectric as a crucial element in Canada's efforts to lower greenhouse gas emissions while ensuring energy security. Additionally, the dam's capability to store surplus energy for use during peak demand periods will enhance grid stability, contributing to a more resilient and efficient energy system. The project has indeed faced significant controversy. Detractors contend that the environmental repercussions of constructing such a large-scale facility, particularly the potential disturbances to local ecosystems and wildlife, could surpass the long-term advantages. Indigenous communities in proximity to the dam site have expressed apprehensions regarding the effects on their ancestral lands and traditional lifestyles. These concerns have sparked ongoing discussions about the project's environmental and social ramifications, leading to demands for more extensive engagement with the impacted communities. Notwithstanding these obstacles, the $12 billion mega dam is viewed as a symbol of advancement in Canada's initiatives to combat climate change and facilitate the shift towards renewable energy. Its ability to produce clean and dependable power exemplifies the nation's dedication to a sustainable future. Number 2. Environmental concerns. The debate over Canada's massive hydro project. Canada's $12 billion mega hydroelectric dam initiative has ignited significant controversy, primarily due to environmental concerns. Although the project is expected to produce substantial amounts of renewable energy, its potential ecological repercussions have alarmed environmental advocates, local communities, and indigenous groups. This dam is a key component of Canada's strategy to shift towards cleaner energy sources. However, its development presents considerable ecological challenges. A major concern is the dam's capacity to disrupt fragile ecosystems. The flooding necessary to establish the reservoir could inundate extensive regions of forests, wetlands, and wildlife habitats, resulting in the displacement of numerous species. Such disruption may affect local biodiversity and disturb the natural equilibrium that has persisted for centuries. Additionally, the construction phase poses risks to water quality, as materials, waste, and runoff from the site could pollute adjacent rivers and lakes, potentially endangering aquatic organisms. Furthermore, the emission of greenhouse gases, GHGs, from the dam presents another environmental challenge. Although hydroelectric power is frequently regarded as a clean energy alternative, the formation of reservoirs in specific environments can trigger the release of methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. As submerged vegetation decomposes, it emits methane, thereby exacerbating climate change. This issue is particularly alarming in warmer regions where organic matter decomposes at an accelerated rate. The construction of the mega dam has not only raised environmental concerns regarding ecosystems, but has also sparked significant apprehension among local communities. Indigenous populations, whose lands and rights are directly impacted by the initiative, have expressed strong opposition. Many contend that the dam will encroach upon their ancestral territories and disrupt their traditional lifestyles, often without sufficient consultation or compensation. The government has been criticized for failing to adequately address these issues, which has further fueled the ongoing debate. Although the dam may provide long-term advantages in terms of renewable energy generation and employment opportunities, the environmental repercussions and social ramifications are considerable. As construction progresses, it remains uncertain whether Canada can successfully reconcile the demand for clean energy with the need to safeguard its natural resources and uphold Indigenous rights. This ongoing discourse underscores the intricate balance between advancement and sustainability in large-scale infrastructure endeavors. Number 3. How the $12 billion dam could revolutionize Canada's energy landscape. The $12 billion mega dam initiative in Canada is set to significantly transform the nation's energy framework, potentially altering the way Canada addresses its increasing energy requirements. Central to this endeavor is the objective of substantially enhancing Canada's renewable energy capabilities, thereby diminishing dependence on fossil fuels and aiding in the achievement of both national and international climate objectives. Upon its completion, the dam is expected to produce an impressive volume of hydroelectric power, delivering clean, renewable energy to millions of Canadians. Hydroelectricity stands out as one of the most dependable and stable forms of renewable energy, effectively addressing the variability associated with other green energy sources such as wind and solar. This mega dam will provide baseload power, ensuring a consistent and uninterrupted electricity supply, in contrast to solar or wind installations that are contingent on weather conditions. This characteristic positions hydroelectricity as a crucial element in Canada's shift towards a more sustainable energy future. Moreover, the project is anticipated to lead to a significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. By substituting fossil fuel-based power generation with a renewable energy alternative, the dam could avert the release of millions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere annually. This initiative is in line with Canada's pledge to lower emissions and comply with global climate accords, including the Paris Agreement. In addition to its ecological advantages, the dam is projected to foster considerable economic development. The initiative is expected to generate thousands of jobs during the construction phase and offer long-term employment prospects in operations and maintenance. Additionally, it will invigorate local economies, especially in the areas where the dam and its related infrastructure are established. The provision of reliable and affordable energy may also entice industries aiming to minimize their carbon emissions while benefiting from low-cost electricity. The $12 billion initiative has the potential to strengthen Canada's energy security through the diversification of its energy portfolio. By expanding the nation's renewable energy possibilities, Canada can decrease its dependence on imported energy sources and mitigate the risks associated with price volatility in international fossil fuel markets. Additionally, the generated energy could be exported to adjacent countries, creating new trade opportunities and solidifying Canada's status as a front-runner in clean energy generation. In conclusion, the construction of the mega dam signifies a pivotal advancement toward a sustainable and energy-efficient future for Canada, establishing the country as a prominent player in the global renewable energy sector. Number 4. Indigenous land and rights. The controversy surrounding Canada's mega dam. The $12 billion mega dam initiative in Canada has generated considerable controversy due to its implications for Indigenous lands and rights. Indigenous communities have historically experienced a complex and often contentious relationship with large infrastructure developments, and this dam project exemplifies that dynamic. The construction of the dam and its accompanying reservoir poses a threat to the traditional territories of multiple Indigenous groups, raising significant concerns regarding the violation of their land rights, cultural practices, and overall ways of life. A primary concern is the potential displacement of Indigenous populations. The dam's construction necessitates the inundation of extensive land areas, which could lead to the submersion of forests, wildlife habitats, and sacred sites. Numerous Indigenous communities depend on these lands for hunting, fishing, and cultural practices. The loss of access to these vital areas would not only jeopardize their economic sustenance, but also undermine their cultural identity and connection to the land. For many, this bond is intricately linked to their spiritual beliefs, rendering the potential loss of these territories particularly distressing. Moreover, the project has ignited discussions regarding consultation and consent. Indigenous leaders contend that they have not been adequately consulted or afforded fee or prior and informed consent, a fundamental principle enshrined in both Canadian law and international agreements, such as the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, UNDRIP. Numerous Indigenous groups assert that the Canadian government and the corporations involved in the dam have failed to sufficiently address their concerns or offer appropriate compensation for the devastation of their lands. The debate also encompasses the issue of economic advantages. Although the dam is expected to generate employment opportunities and invigorate local economies, Indigenous communities frequently contend that they are not receiving an equitable portion of the economic benefits. Numerous Indigenous individuals assert that they should possess a more sustainable and substantial interest in the initiative, and that their communities ought to gain from the energy generated by the dam rather than merely incurring the expenses associated with its construction. Additionally, certain communities express that their rights have been disregarded in favor of broader national economic and energy objectives. The dam's capacity to deliver clean, renewable energy and enhance Canada's economy is undeniably important. However, it has imposed significant costs on Indigenous peoples, whose rights, cultures, and territories remain central to the discussion. Until their issues are adequately addressed, the mega dam project will likely continue to encounter resistance from various Indigenous groups and their supporters. Number 5. Engineering marvel inside the construction of Canada's multi-billion-dollar dam. The development of Canada's $12 billion mega dam represents a remarkable achievement in engineering, reflecting the nation's dedication to renewable energy and technological advancement. This initiative stands out as one of the most infrastructurally significant projects in Canadian history, requiring intricate planning, state-of-the-art technology, and extensive logistical management. Central to the project, the dam will utilize the force of water to produce substantial hydroelectric energy, while the construction process itself exemplifies engineering excellence. One of the primary challenges in erecting such a large dam is the design of a structure capable of managing the immense volume of water it will regulate. The dam must be constructed from materials that can endure extreme pressures, as the reservoirs it will create will contain significant quantities of water. Engineers are tasked with meticulously calculating and ensuring the safety of the dam's design to avert any potential failures, such as structural fractures or leaks, which could lead to disastrous outcomes. The incorporation of reinforced concrete and steel is essential for providing the requisite strength and resilience to withstand both natural forces and the pressure from the water. Beyond the dam itself, a sophisticated system of tunnels, powerhouses, and transmission lines must be established to deliver the electricity generated by the dam to the power grid. The powerhouse, situated in proximity to the dam, will contain the turbines and generators that transform the energy from the boiling water into electrical power. The turbines must be designed for optimal efficiency to maximize the facility's energy output. Subsequently, the generated energy will be transmitted through a network of high-voltage lines, which must be meticulously planned and installed to minimize disruptions to the surrounding environment. The development of the reservoir necessitates careful and detailed planning. The area designated for flooding to form the reservoir must be cleared, and any existing infrastructure, such as roads and buildings, must be relocated. Environmental factors are also pivotal in the planning phase, as engineers strive to reconcile the operational requirements of the dam with the preservation of adjacent ecosystems and wildlife habitats. Throughout the duration of the project, the application of advanced technology is essential. Aerial surveys conducted by drones and satellites furnish engineers with up-to-date information regarding the terrain and the project's progress. Computer simulations and modeling techniques are employed to forecast the dam's performance under various conditions, enabling engineers to implement modifications prior to the commencement of construction. The integration of artificial intelligence and automation further enhances operational efficiency and safety at the site. Upon completion, this monumental dam will not only exemplify Canadian engineering prowess, but will also serve as a vital component of the nation's renewable energy strategy, delivering clean and sustainable power for future generations. Number 6. Global reactions. How the world is responding to Canada's mega dam project. Canada's $12 billion mega dam initiative has garnered significant international attention, eliciting a range of responses from around the globe, from commendation to apprehension. As one of the most substantial infrastructure endeavors in recent times, its implications for global energy markets, environmental regulations, and indigenous rights have ignited discussions across various sectors. On one side, numerous countries and organizations regard the mega dam as a landmark and achievement in renewable energy advancement. In an era increasingly dedicated to minimizing carbon emissions, the dam presents a considerable opportunity for Canada to generate large-scale hydroelectric power, which is both clean and sustainable. Here we have reached the end of this video. What are your thoughts about this crucial project? Share with us in the comments below. If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, take care.